Good morning. This is Talk to Magic, where you can talk to magic. I'm Magic, and today we're discussing how to get over that crush, okay? So, if you like the video, don't forget to hit the like because I feel like people really do forget. And think about subscribing, maybe visit my other videos and see if this is a channel that you would want to stay tuned into. All right, so when it comes to letting go of a crush, first of all, let's kind of talk about how does a crush develop, right? Because that'll kind of give you an idea of kind of how to end it, all right? Sometimes we might have experiences with somebody that we're attracted to. Maybe we were never attracted to this person, but then they, uh, you know, expressed that they were attracted to us, and then we were attracted to them, but then they hooked up with someone else. Or there's so many different situations. Or maybe we liked somebody and they moved away, or whatever. There's so many different reasons why you might want to let go of a crush. And here's how I did it. Okay, first of all, a crush develops by hold on one second. Okay. Yeah, sometimes, a crush can develop by, thinking about someone, fantasizing about someone. Um, you know, and so I want to say, you could, or maybe you actually have memories with this person, right? Maybe you've actually done some stuff with them, like, gone places, gone on dates, and you just kind of feel like it's difficult to stop thinking about them, right? So first of all, the best way to start this off is when you start thinking about them, okay? Stop yourself, okay? I remember, the last few weeks, I myself have been getting over a crush, and this, of course, is why I'm inspired to do this video, because it's kind of like I've been through this, you know what I mean? I've been through that, disappointment where you thought it might be going somewhere. Maybe you were, there was a mutual attraction, but the timing just didn't work out. It doesn't work out. You know the best way to stop thinking about someone is to stop yourself from thinking about them. When you start, let's say you're cooking, or you're going for a walk with your pet, or doing something out and about, and you start to think about this person, just kind of like, whoa, 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 stop yourself. Be like, hey, look, can't think about them anymore. No matter what happens in the future, we really need to stop thinking about them, okay? And do your best to, cut off those images in your mind of that person. The times that you saw them, or the times that they looked at you, or the moment your eyes met, or whatever. Try to erase those images from your mind. I mean, of course, you can't probably erase them, but cut them off. You know what I mean? If they pop up, squash it down, push it to the side, and think of something else. It's kind of like what you allow your mind to think of, it will continue to think of. And so definitely interrupting any thoughts you might have about that person would be a great start, okay? Now, the second step would be to stop looking for them on social media. Stop familiarizing yourself with what they're doing. Stop updating yourself on them. And if they're maybe an artist, a musician, photographer, whatever, whoever it is that's connected to this person that might know them, or kind of like actively post them online, do your best to either, and see, this is the thing, this is what's so cool about social media these days, is that sometimes you don't even have to unfollow people. Sometimes if you actually click on, like, For example, oh, well, I won't use examples because I don't really know what the rights are for mentioning stuff like that, but sometimes if somebody posts something online, you can actually hit on that little button on the upper left hand or the right hand corner, just like, kind of where not the settings are, but kind of like where the post settings are, I guess. And mute that person, or just kind of like let the let that social media platform know that you want to see less of their posts, material, and content. And that'll kind of allow you some space, right? If there are any people that try to, make you remember that person, or constantly reminding you of that person, at least maybe distance yourself from them for a season. Like, let's say you have mutual friends with this person, and this person's, your mutual friends with them talk about them a lot. Maybe take a little bit of a step back, or when they're talking about that other person, kind of, cut them off, or not cut them off, but kind of like change the subject from that other person to something else. You can make it known that you really don't want to talk about them, or, in a very subtle way, just continuously move away from them, and somebody will understand, why, or that you just don't want to talk about that person, right? And if you feel like, this crush is something that you have to hide, and you kind of don't want to really let anyone know that you like them, then find some sort of a way to cut them off in a way that seems like you're really not aware of what you're doing. Like, for example, let's say you're at a restaurant, or you're at a lunch, or at an event or something, and people are talking about this one guy that, or one girl that you like, or whatever, one woman that you like. Let them continue on for like a second, look off for a few seconds. Don't make, too many physical movements that make you seem kind of like nervous or jittery or upset or whatever. And then just be like, you know what, hey you guys, I'll be back right in a second. Grab your phone and walk away really quickly, or not really quickly, but just kind of like, casually go to the bar, and then kind of like walk away, or, walk to the restroom or something like that. Just kind of find a way to just move away from everything that has to do with that person. Remove all reminders, maybe pictures that you have of this person in your phone. If you don't want to delete them forever, because let's say memories, and maybe one day you want to look back because there are other people in that thing, or maybe this person is well known and the photo you feel is like almost historic or something. If for some reason you feel like the photo is important, save it somewhere online that you really don't visit very often, and kind of leave it there. You know what I mean? Don't revisit it. Just put it in a place where you really do not go to very often. All videos, text messages, unless for some reason legally you need to hold on to them. I don't know. And I'm not like a legal professional or anything like that. No legal advice given here, but I'm just saying, like, do what you can to get rid of this person, okay? And make sure that you don't have to look at their pictures or think about them, because it's kind of like, let's say you really, let's say they led you on, right? Because sometimes you'll be crushing on somebody and they'll be acting like they really like you, and maybe they do really like you, but let's say they like 10 other people as well, and they've just been flirting with all of these people, right? Spending time with everybody. And let's say they end up, entering into a long-term relationship with somebody out of those 10 people that is not you, right? and you kind of feel like maybe violated because other people knew about it, violated because you feel like you maybe went too far, gave too much. It can be difficult, right? It can be difficult when you feel like you invested in this person and they kind of just took from you. Or maybe you gifted this person and they just took it and left you, right? Well, just realize that everything comes back around, and people who don't honor others, people who don't respect other people, think about how their actions affect them or influence them. Everything comes back around. These people themselves will probably find themselves disappointed in love at some point. And just realize that everything comes back around, especially if somebody purposefully was just uncaring in how their actions affected you and they were just looking for fun, Either way, realize that if it's difficult to forgive them, then just realize that everything comes back around, right? Because hopefully you'd be first able to forgive them and realize, like, you know what, maybe I'm better off. Maybe we wouldn't have been a good match anyways. Maybe they unfortunately feel like this is the better option for them, or whatever. Try to come from a place of love and forgive them. But if you can't do that, then just realize that everything comes back around, and people's actions always have an effect on life, and then it they get the results of that. And usually hurtful behavior, bad behavior doesn't have a good outcome for the person who inflicted that pain on the other person. So with all that being said, letting go of your crush could really help you free yourself to notice others that are interested, that are even better options, right? Because sometimes, let's say we've been crushing on somebody for like a long time, right? Let's say maybe we've been crushing on them for like 5 years or something, or maybe longer. And let's say it just never happened. The best thing to do would be to let go as soon as possible, because the longer you take to let go, the more days you'll spend sad about this person. The more time will go on that you're walking around heartbroken, and your face might be downcast, and there might be 3, 4, 5 even better options, or just even more exciting, fulfilling suitors, options, whatever, crossing your path, noticing you. But you're just so heartbroken that when you see them, you think about you think about love, and you're just so like, you push it away. You're like, no, like, sometimes the simple fact that we look so heartbroken makes people not sure if they should approach us or not, because since they don't know what's going on, they really don't know how to approach, and they don't want to step into something that they're going to be way in over their head in approaching. They don't know if when they start talking to you, you're just gonna burst out into tears and like try to grab them and hold them or something. Like, they don't know, you know what I mean? Or if like they try to say, hey, what's going on, you're gonna scream at them and say, none of your business, or something. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. And they don't want to experience that, right? There could be a variety of reasons why people don't approach people when they're sad. And it's kind of unfortunate, because I feel like back in the day, people were probably a lot more concerned. But there are parts in society, places in society where, bad behavior is just like the cultural norms. And then these people travel throughout different areas and kind of spread this negative culture where people are less caring, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that made sense to anybody, but with all that being said, just realize that things happen. You know what I mean? Even the most beautiful people, or even the most popular people, it's kind of like there's always going to be somebody higher in society. There's always going to be somebody who they feel is more attractive or worthy or, appealing. And everybody's going to experience disappointment in some stage or another. So, with all that being said, don't lose hope. Just know that one of these days you're going to have a crush on somebody because they're so fine or beautiful or cool or funny, smart, different, unique. And they're also going to have a crush on you too. You know what I mean? And you guys are going to discover to each other, like, or discover of each other that you had this mutual attraction. So, with all that being said, like the video, leave a comment, let me know if you're feeling disappointed or if you're trying to let go of a crush, and if this helped you in any way. Okay? Peace.